than we take in. The government is, and it's crazy. And you know what? They say we got to balance out the budget, right? How can they balance the budget out if we keep spending all this money that we don't have, which we're doing right now? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Our president wanted a 350-some ship Navy, right? Well,
right.
The Navy here said this week that there's no way. There's no funds for it. They have submarines, right, that are sitting, right, on a pier, tied to a pier, waiting to go through because after so many dives, in so long a period, they have to be, gone through, retrofitted.
Yep.
Yeah, to be, certified for they could continue on for another few years, right? They're saying right now that half of our Navy submarines are tied up on docks because they're waiting for that to be done. And you know what the average length is for that to be done? 2 years.
How many?
2 years.
I figured it was a year anyway. Yeah, it takes a while. I mean, you're talking, just the physical of the ships, but then you get into all the technology and the electricity and all that stuff. That takes time. I mean, it just takes time to go from one end to the other end of the ship.
Yeah, but that's not why it's happening. They don't have the money.
Oh, no.
They don't have the money. They don't have the money to do it.
Right.
Let alone build all these extra ships. And they're saying here in the next couple of years that we'll be down to about 150 serviceable ships. Instead of going up to 350, it's going to go the opposite way.
It's going to go backwards. Yeah, that's not good. While it's going backwards, the Chinese will keep, they'll use 1 million men to build 10 ships, and if they die on the way, just fill up with another guy. They don't care.
Well, you know what? They have the right philosophy. You know what? They have perfected the diesel electric submarines to be as quiet as our nuclear subs. And do you realize they can build, I think was it 3 to 5 of those for one price of a cost of one of our nuclear subs? So they can get 3 to 5 subs to our one sub financially. Okay?
And, and that adds up. You start piling those up, you've got a big difference there.
The same with their ships that they're building. They're not building the big, huge, battle cruisers. They're making, the smaller, ships that, that can fire a lot of missiles and stuff like that. But the cost for them is, quite a bit less. Yeah.
Right.
Hint, people, we got to get our act together.
Yeah, and stop listening to the wrong people. Start listening to the right ones. And you just do the math. Just figure things out. Law of averages.
Well, they already said, I hate to say this, and I know people who were in the Navy are going to be really mad at me now. But they said, are the day of the aircraft carriers over with? Because, again, right now, we can't defend our aircraft carriers. If something happened, we have like 4 or 5 destroyers, that are in the task force with the aircraft carrier to protect it, right?
Right.
But they said we don't have, on these missiles, for example, we don't have a defense against them. And here, China and Russia has, I guess, while we're doing whatever we're doing, they've been perfecting missiles that are basically able to just wipe out a aircraft carrier with one hit and sink it. So, I mean, technology-wise, do we really need? What it gets me is we retire a couple aircraft carriers here that the Navy thought about maybe not retiring, before they cut them up and put them back into service to try to build up our Navy. I don't know. Do we really need to build all these new ships and all this stuff? Why don't we fit our older ships and build up our Navy that way and at least for temporarily to, show a force? I don't know.
I don't either, but something's got to be tweaked somewhere to fix it.
Now, you didn't know
the sooner the better.
You didn't know you were going to come on to this, did you?
Oh, yeah, I always prepare with you, Gary. You kidding me? I'm always ready.
That's okay. You know, you can always listen to one of those other shows that have 15 listeners to it.
No, I'd rather come on here. I could talk anything from politics to ships to caravans to aliens. And who knows, maybe they're all connected some way or another.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm going to, in month of December, we're going to have a lot of mediums and, you know, ghost hunters and all that stuff on our show. So that's what we're going to pretty much start in the middle of December, you know, to the end of December. That's what we're going to talk about. It's like we've all month long been talking about UFOs and aliens.
Aliens, yep. I love it. Aliens, UFOs, paranormal, spirits. I love the whole field. Throw in a couple Bigfoots and we're good to go.
Yeah, so am I. Well, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Again, tell everybody about your show and, you know, all that stuff. And
okay. December 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time or 5 p.m. Pacific Time. My show will be on Night Dreams Talk Radio. My name is James Creasbaum Jr., and I'll have my guest to be on. We'll be talking to paranormal, maybe some spirits. We'll be talking to investigators. I'll be talking to psychic mediums and the whole gambit and everything connected with the paranormal.
And how many years experience have you had in the paranormal?
30 long hard ones.
Okay, so he's not a new boy on the block.
No, I've been around a little bit.
Yeah, he's been around. He's not somebody who just got a job, you know, behind a microphone and started interviewing people. He has a lot of experience in ghost hunting, spirits, and demons and all that stuff. So you want to make sure you tune in to James' show on December 8th at 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock Pacific Time. And if you live on the East Coast time, you know, it's going to be 3 hours later. So, hey, James, I'm going to jump out of here. You have a great Thanksgiving. Mine is
okay, sir.
Mine will be
and
on
you have
Saturday.
a great Thanksgiving, too, you and your family. And I'm looking forward to December 8th. And I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving.
Okay, my friend. You take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You're listening to my friend Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, the best in paranormal radio.
Please check out the Night Dreams Talk Radio website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Also, if you want to keep our show free of advertising, just hit the donate button. Give a buck or two. Remember, all prior shows are always free to listen to. We at Night Dreams Talk Radio thank you for your support.
Our intro music is provided by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com.